My name is Paige. I'm 32. The family's fixer, the quiet one, the invisible safety net. This is the story of how I stopped being the bank, the babysitter, and the afterthought, and became the one thing they never saw coming: absent. It started with a single notification. The family group chat lit up with photos. My sister Natalie, her daughter Olivia, my parents, even cousins I hadn't seen in years. All of them in matching pink shirts stamped Thachan's family first, surrounded by pink balloons at a recovery party. A party celebrating Olivia's surgery, the one I paid $16,000 for. A party I wasn't invited to? The only message Natalie sent me? Welcome to Revenge with Lyra. She needs positive energy only. Please don't come. Not thank you. Not sorry. Just don't come. I had driven her to appointments, stayed up nights to comfort her, lent her money again and again, and still I was negative energy. That night, staring at the photos, the cake, the banner thanking God, I felt something inside me close. I didn't argue. I didn't text back. I didn't call my mother to complain. Instead, I quietly booked a one-way ticket to a small coastal town using the last of my emergency credit. The next morning, I turned off my phone, walked barefoot down an empty beach, and let the silence speak for me. It took them 5 days to notice. The hospital called about a suspended account. Natalie left voicemails about the hospital thing. Not an apology, just an inconvenience. My mother texted, "Sweetheart, can you call your sister? She's overwhelmed. From picking balloon colors while I negotiated payment plans." I stayed silent. Then came the second hospital invoice, redirected to Natalie, the legal guardian who demanded her name be on the paperwork. $1,650 due immediately. My transfer had been reversed. Before boarding my flight, I'd called the hospital. Calm, clear. "I've been emotionally manipulated into covering costs. Withdraw my financial consent. Remove my name." They did. Natalie wasn't ready for that reality. 14 missed calls in 2 hours. Family members whispering about drama, but I'd kept score. Every borrowed dollar, every babysitting weekend, every rent check. My silence was now louder than my sacrifice. Vendors began calling. The venue, the caterer, even a magician booked for Olivia's party, all charged to my card before I'd even been asked. But I'd canceled mid-flight. They assumed the bank of Paige was endless, and then, the twist. The hospital's charity blog posted a photo of Olivia with the caption, "Thanks to the incredible generosity of her aunt, this brave girl got a second chance at life. It went viral. Flowers from my old teacher. A thank you note and $100 off rent from my landlord." Local news asked for an interview. Natalie was humiliated. Every comment praised me. Not her, not our parents, me. She called, sobbing, "You made me look like a bad mother." I answered calmly, "You did that all on your own." Then came the lawsuit. A summons for emotional damages and financial sabotage. Natalie claiming I'd canceled payments after agreeing to cover them. I called a pro bono women's legal clinic. They read the claim and laughed. "This will get thrown out faster than junk mail." I prepared anyway. Texts, voicemails, invoices, receipts, screenshots of the viral post. 3 weeks later, in court, Natalie performed crocodile tears in pearls. I stood and said, "I didn't abandon my niece. I paid for her life-saving care. What I won't pay for anymore is being used." The judge nodded sharply. Case dismissed. Plaintiff is advised to reassess her definition of family. Outside, the sun warmed my face. A voicemail from a nurse. "Olivia's recovery is ahead of schedule. She keeps asking when she'll see you again." Then my mother appeared at my door, silk scarf like a white flag. Not a thank you card in her hand, but a GoFundMe printout. A secret fundraiser she'd created with my name, my photo, my story. $12,000 raised. The withdrawal account, not hers. Not Natalie's, Brandon's real estate company. I reported it. The campaign was frozen. Donations redirected to Olivia's hospital account. That night, Olivia messaged, "Auntie P, Mom's crying again. But I told her I'm proud of you. You're the only one who shows up for real." And for the first time, I felt peace. But the silence before the storm cracked. An email from a journalist investigating viral donation scams linked Brandon's company to the funds. I sent everything to the district attorney. Days later, my mother stood in my kitchen, brittle smile fading. "You're going to ruin us," she whispered. "No," I said. "You did that when you turned compassion into a con." A knock at the door. Investigators. Not here to accuse me, here because I was the whistleblower. I watched my mother tremble as she answered questions she never thought anyone would ask. 2 months later, Brandon pled guilty. Restitution ordered. Probation. Natalie filed for divorce. My mother lost her standing in the community she worshipped. And me, I booked a cabin by a lake. No phone, no guilt. Just me, a journal, and a paperback. 6 months later, Olivia came to live with me part-time. Kyle, her father, quietly covered the remaining hospital debt without asking for credit. Now, Olivia and I build our relationship on honesty instead of obligation. One morning at the cabin, I whispered to the pine trees, "You'll never steal my peace again. They say healing is loud." Mine arrived in the form of silence.